but there is significant prejudice to the defendant should the court grant this continuance. Plaintiff's counsel regularly appears on YouTube to discuss the case and raise money for the GoFundMe campaign that continues to insulate plaintiff from paying legal fees. It is in his interest to further delay this case and force defendants to expend fees, combating unnecessary evidentiary motions, threatened motions for sanctions, or strategic motions for continuance. This is a bad play. If they haven't read this judge yet, he is going to hate every single bit, every word of these two paragraphs. Every word of these two paragraphs come off as utter BS.
And the BS continues because Vic's GoFundMe isn't the only thing that's being under attack, as of course today we are going to be further discussing how members of the KickVic group are trying to reach as far as to contact all of Vic's sponsors and convention attendees and owners in pulling Vic away and trying to dig deep into his pockets and removing food from his plate, and also making sure the fact that Vic never gets invited to any of the upcoming conventions, as of course we're going to be covering this and much more. As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and want to be kept up to date with all things involving Vic Mignogna, Monica Rial, Ron Toye, and many of the news and updates involving the Vic Mignogna case, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single upload. Be sure to go on ahead and slap a like down below by giving this video a big thumbs up if you guys do stand with Vic, as well as making sure to check out and subscribe to my main channel over at UnrealNetwork, to where there you guys will be able to find lots of anime and Dragon Ball content that you guys will not get to find on here. And follow me at Twitter at UnrealNetwork to stay connected with me at all times. And if you have anything you would like to share or tag me in involving Vic Mignogna or any of the parties involved in this case, then be sure to go on ahead and follow me at Twitter. Now I want to go on ahead and kick things off here today by letting everyone know that Vic Mignogna will be in New York City on August 10th from 6 to 10 p.m. to in which the location is listed as the Open Jar Studio, 1601 Broadway, located upstairs on the 11th floor, right around the corner from the Liberty City Anime Convention. And that's just because, unfortunately, Vic has not been invited to Liberty City Anime Con this year. However, Nerd Culture over on Twitter went on to post something very interesting, as he went on to state, and I quote, "Vic Mignogna will be in New York City, of course, date August 10th. As of course he continues, KickVic members are trying to shut his appearance down. I stand with Vic, further trying to take money out of his pocket and his ability to work. Share this." As another individual further went on to comment, "The part that bothers me is that we the fans want to see Vic. I don't know why these KickVic are trying to stop us from seeing Vic. We don't stop them from seeing Monica and Jamie," which in fact this is true, because Nerd Culture further went on to tweet, and I quote, "A few sources have filled me in that KickVic are going out of their way to take work away from Vic Mignogna's upcoming appearance in New York City on August 10th by calling out to owners and managers and making up lies saying that children aren't safe from him." As of course they continue, on top of that, KickVic, a few of their higher ups in their group, are contacting outside conventions and studios to reinforce Vic's ban by also lying about how Vic Mignogna's fans are only there to harass and attack other con attendees, which are lies. Hashtag I stand with Vic, which of course again is true. Now they're trying to paint out not just Vic, but Vic's fans and attending these fans in making all of you look like absolute monsters, and the way they're doing that is by presenting Vic's fanbase as harassers, which of course that is objectively incorrect. Yes, you do have those on Twitter out of all social media outlets that do go out of their way to troll and even to some extent harass, which I don't condone, to in which I don't think that the other YouTubers or Vic supporters do condone as well. You are going to have those that go out of their way based on their own free will to harass and do things that go out of their way to cross the line, and that simply can't be blamed on Vic if someone goes out of their own way to act upon their own free will to do something that makes everyone else look bad, especially if it's from an individualistic standpoint, which again is not only very egregious for a group of people to go out there in taking away someone's livelihood, but Emish is Live, one of my personal good friends, went on Twitter to call out one of the individuals that are personally going out of their own way in trying to remove Vic from any and all conventions, as Emish went on to tweet, and I quote, "Hey LJ, I'll personally be there reaching out to staff to let them know that you're actually projecting your own fetishes onto Vic. Come protest and say hi if you mean any of the things you smash your keyboard over, you sad, barren wasteland garden gnome of a woman. Because this individual went on to tweet, and I quote, "Guys, since Vic is trying to get around cons, here's the contact form for the place sponsoring him on August 10th. I'd let them know about the victim harassment and the twins and underage crap to showcase how they should not want him on their premise," basically inciting and creating a false narrative to go on ahead and reach out to con owners and business owners and anyone that could remotely be affiliated with Vic Mignogna in having to take money clearly from his pocket. And that is the lowest thing that a person could do, in going as far as to reach inside of someone's pocket and taking food away from their plate. That's disgusting. That's incredibly low for someone to do, and it also goes as far as to show how petty this individual is, especially if she is going out of her way to not only protect her Twitter in privating everything so people don't jump down her throat for being such a condescending individual, but is also trying to push this agenda in trying to remove this man from any and all conventions. Why? Because of their own petty subjective bias. And it goes even deeper than that, because another individual went out to call LJ by stating on Twitter, and I quote, "Okay guys, but before you go contacting Vic's sponsors, you should know that this LG at the age of 19 was making out with an underage girl on stage. She also admitted to having child stuff on her computer in college." Basically going back and referencing the fact that Montello was caught with lots of interesting things on her computer that involved underage children, which of course she went on to respond by stating, "Oh boy, consensual kiss, and you mean the roommate downloading that stuff as he abused me," quickly having to run and claim victim, as of course she continues, "Go after the real, peas. Y'all doxed all the Techo managers other than the one who got his butt kicked in a Detroit jail for a lolicon content oops at the Canadian border." Which I'm not gonna lie, her grammar is utterly atrocious. The way she comes off is utterly atrocious. The way she's going out of her way to reach out to any of Vic's sponsors and getting him removed from conventions is also atrocious, but it's very interesting how she was caught with very interesting content on her computer that involved children, to in which now she's trying to quickly cover up and saying, "No, it wasn't me, it was somebody else who happened to abuse me at the time." So yeah, quickly pulling out the victim card and not taking responsibility for all of the evidence going against her, but simply having to shift all of that and now having to go as far as to reach out to any of Vic's sponsors in getting him pulled from anything she could possibly get her hands on. Which now, if you stop and think about it, people are making this situation involving Vic and Monica and Jamie all about themselves. It's not about you. It's not about the YouTubers. It's not about the stupid Twitter cosplayers. It's not about anybody else other than Vic, Monica, and the case going on involving those individuals. It's not about he getting doxxed, she getting doxxed. It's not about mailboxes being crushed or tier lists having to be produced. It's about one man's livelihood having to be on the line and constantly having to be reached out to and pulling him away from conventions, reaching down deep into his pockets and taking food from his plate. That's what this whole narrative is about. It isn't about he said, she said, this person, that person, because now this entire thing has blown itself up to such a standard to where people now are asserting themselves and having to not only make it about themselves, but completely forget that this is about Vic Mignogna, not about anybody else. And as you guys can see, there are people that are going out of their way in contacting business owners and convention owners and anybody they could, studios and companies, in letting them know, hey, don't bring this guy around your premise because he is this, he is that. Don't hire him, don't give him any money, and if anybody is willing to support him, then by all means blacklist them, keep them as far away from Vic as possible, and thus Vic having to lose more money. And that to me is very disgusting, because no matter how much you can't stand someone, or no matter how much you may disagree with someone's morality or how they conduct themselves, it is so beyond normal to go as far as to reach down and take someone's money away from them in trying to make it your own agenda to ruin someone's life to the point where they can't even eat. Not saying that Vic can, but they want to get to that level in making sure that he does not make a single dollar off of anything that he does. And to me, that is the absolute lowest of the low. So here is my message to all of the supposed Stand With Vic crowd. If you're beefing amongst each other, sit down, take a step back. We have to stay united as a community for those that genuinely believe Vic's narrative and the fact that you do want to see this man walk away from this case with a victory. Stand together, united as a community, help one another out. If there is someone in this community that you don't agree with, or if there's any kind of animosity between you and said individual, needs to be set aside, because support should come from a unit and not from an individualistic singularity. It shouldn't come from one person having to have a different opinion from the other when you guys both represent the exact same cause. And the reason why this is so important, the reason why Vic's case is so important, is because something like that, something that's happening to him, can ultimately also happen to you. Think about that. So again, I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below about this. If you guys believe there is something that someone can do to help Vic's cause, let me know in the comment section below. Again, I do encourage you guys to share this video on Facebook, Twitter, and I always preach this to you guys in the comments because it's the message that counts. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button because number one, it's free, and number two, you're going to stay up to date with all latest information involving this case. Thank you all so much for watching. Once more, if you guys are new, subscribe, and if you do support Vic Mignogna, slap a big fat like on this video by giving this video a big thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at UnrealNetwork, and if there's anything you guys would like to share with me, or if there's any information you guys would like to relay on a video, tag me on Twitter, let me know on Twitter. Subscribe to my primary channel as well for alternative content, guys. Dragon Ball, anime, vlogging, gaming, all that good stuff at UnrealNetwork. Links will be located down below. And with that being said, I'm going to close this video off with some clips just so you guys can sit and think about some stuff. So again, thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so much for watching. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys.
They waited. They got an extension of time and waited to do unnecessary depositions, and now they're going to claim. Think about this. They demanded the depositions. They are in control of filing the TCPA. They got an extension because Ty agreed to it, and now they're going to say they'll be prejudiced. They'll be prejudiced by an extension within the statutory limit. Mind you, their extension went beyond the statutory limit of 60 days to file. This is a dumb move, in my humble opinion. This is a dumb move. Chuck, look, I know that when we asked for extra time to do the discovery that we wanted, that was unnecessary to filing a TCPA. Jay Sean, what's in that email? What is in that email? What is in that email? God, oh, I gotta know. Judge, look, I know we asked them for an extension of time to file our TCPA to do these depositions. We wanted to do the deposition of Vic. That's what sparked all this. We wanted to do the deposition, and we asked for an extension of time, and they granted it. And so that pushed us beyond the 60-day filing window. But we don't want an extension that would end up within the subsequent 60-day filing window, because that would prejudice us. This is a bad play. This is a bad, because the judge is going to go, wait, why the hell why don't they get an extension? They gave you one, they didn't have to, and this one is within the 60 days. Why in the hell wouldn't I? What? How is this prejudice your client? Expedite frivolous bullying litigation intended to chill citizen speech. Plaintiff filed this lawsuit over 4 months ago. It's your fault for not filing the TCPA, though.